Hello, YouTubers. Another class. Tonight's class is interesting, like usual. Everything is interesting but different. And most of the time, we're always studying Torah, which everything Torah is involved in. Uh, you know, because God in the Torah commands us to take care of our health. And therefore, here it is. The class tonight is on health. And is it a biblical command, husband, to take care of our health, our goof?
Yeah, you should guard your lives.
You shall guard your lives. My husband says it is a biblical command to take care of our health. And so therefore we're doing a double tonight. We're learning about health, but we are also obeying the Torah. So I have one of my students, the Torah students, has a couple of children that have autism. And so it has caused me and inspired me to do some studying in that area. And although we also have a whole lineup for tonight to learn about health. So maybe we're going to start tonight with learning a little bit about coffee. My coffee pot makes coffee every morning with a time clock, and it greets me every morning. Baruch Hashem. And so, where'd my glasses go? I ended up. Could you check and see if my glasses fell on my pillow in the bed, in the bedroom? Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? So, until my husband sees if that's there, we're going to take a spare pair from here and continue on. Hopefully he finds them, because they're an old favorite from way back when that I found today. I hadn't seen them for a while. Look on my pillow, husband. Okay. Should I drink coffee? And will it give me blood pressure problem? God forbid blood pressure problem. So I'm not going to read this part. I don't like negative stuff. You actually possess the positivity of having two different DNA markers concerning the caffeine in coffee. You can easily test yourself at home to see if you have these and a bunch of other markers by using an at-home kit from 23andMe, whatever that is. I'll tell you that whether or not you have a couple of DNA markers that allow a person to drink coffee late at night, in the afternoon, or only in the morning, and it won't affect their sleep. Okay, I'm one of those people that I don't want to take the risk of it affecting my sleep. So I make a cutoff time of 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't drink anything caffeine after that unless I have to stay up later that night. Now let's dig into some potentially good benefits from the coffee bean that we call coffee. And we know that if they didn't put any additives in it, I used to live in Puerto Rico for a while, and Puerto Rico has excellent, very fertile land, and they grow a lot of coffee there up in the mountains. As a matter of fact, I use a brand from Puerto Rico that I'm able to obtain through Dollar Tree online, and they charge $1.25 for each container of ground beans coffee out of Puerto Rico, and it's good stuff. You didn't find them? I'll find them one of these days. Okay. when it's time. Let's go on. So, although let me say that the other one works better. A key coffee compound called chlorogenic acid may act as an anti-inflammatory in certain bowel diseases. God forbid there be disease. And it is also effective in treating chronic inflammation. Caffeine affects a person's neuroreceptors to actually block a substance called adenosine. Adenosine has a relaxing effect on the body, so caffeine can keep the body more alert, up and running. Okay. And B12 does that too. You should know vitamin B12. Excellent. I take 5,000 milligrams of B12 every morning. Okay, drinking a regular cup of coffee can decrease a person's risk of any diseases of the heart. Baruch Hashem, 7% compared to those who do not drink it. That's a very big plus. When a person drinks a cup of coffee before a group activity, it can help them to feel more of part of the group, and it will certainly get them talking, boy, and sharing. This is probably a result of being more alert. Coffee drinkers have a reduced risk of type 2 sugar problems and a higher insulin sensitivity. Another benefit of coffee. But too much of anything is no good, so we want use but not abuse. This is due to the high amount of polyphenols that coffee contains. Polyphenols have a lot of additional benefits too. This protection seems to also extend to the decaf coffee. Interestingly enough, I got this report from a doctor's office. It was on the shelf. They said, take. And there are a number of compounds in coffee that may improve a person's blood pressure by improving blood flow. And that's good because the brain has a very high level of blood flow, therefore helping the brain function better. It also is more than likely that will not raise the risk of any heart issues. Caffeine is an energy booster and cognitive enhancer. Good stuff. And like I said, use but not abuse. And it may lower the risk of, I don't like to say the name of illnesses, but it starts with Alzheimer's, sickness by blocking the inflammation in the brain, which is what that thing does. A very large study discovered it. Oh, and by the way, another thing that is good for preventative from that is taking care of the liver, which means eating cranberries, which means taking a supplement called milk thistle. Those are various things that care for the liver in order, and cranberry comes in many forms. You can have what they call craisins, which are like raisins, dried cranberries. You can have cranberry juice. You can have cranberry, that jelly they use for Thanksgiving. It's like a jelly kind. And, well, basically, and they even make it in supplement these days, cranberry supplements. Drinking coffee gives a person a lower risk of, God forbid, lung issues or infections. Interesting. There's a problem with drinking too much coffee, though. Like I said, use but not abuse. Of course there is. But you already knew that. Moderation is the key, the way to go, moderation. If you tolerate caffeine well, enjoy 1 to 4 cups a day. And that will provide you some of the energies you need, of course, not all at once, periodically through the day. And having a coffee with family or friends will definitely get the conversation going and is a fantastic idea for sharing with others. Share your love and feel a stronger part of the group and enjoy your coffee. So that was a very interesting report I thought you all might enjoy. And so I shared it. And if you're going to drink coffee, if you're like me that likes coffee, I don't love it, but I like it a lot. So I have learned recently to put a tablespoon of honey in my coffee. Why? Because first of all, honey is an antimicrobial and it's a natural antibiotic. And honey is also an expectorant. And as we are going into some cold winters, it looks like, God forbid, um, honey will keep the phlegm out of intensifying. Yeah, we could say it like that. So, having a little honey in your tea every morning is an excellent idea. I also make a mixture of very strong tea with green tea and Lipton tea. And there's a tea that's green called matcha. And matcha tea is phenomenal, especially for energy. And I'll make a very strong container of that. And then in my little bubbly waters that I drink during the day, I'll throw some of that tea in there as well. Because tea is another mega powerhouse of nutrients. Hey Google, the health benefits of green tea, matcha.
I found a list on the website healthline.com. 7 proven ways matcha tea improves your health. Here are the first 3. High in antioxidants. Matcha is rich in catechins, a class of plant compounds in tea that act as natural antioxidants. May help protect the liver and boosts brain function. Do you want to hear more?
Yes.
Okay, here are the last 4. May help prevent cancer. May promote heart health. Helps you lose weight. And finally, matcha tea is very easy to prepare.
And if you're like my husband and you don't like the taste of tea, they make green tea in supplements. There's one over here to show you. And so I give him one every morning. Green tea extract. I don't know if you can see it, but green tea extract. And it works very well for those who are not really into the flavor of tea, you know? But let's go on. So, there is something that is a mineral that goes overlooked many times, and it's called magnesium. Now, magnesium being a mineral, and there's a mineral chelator in the atmosphere these days, created by a chemical company that is being royally sued right now in California. Bayer Aspirin bought them out, but they made something called Roundup Ready, which was supposed to be a pesticide, although it was patented as an antibiotic. Kind of fishy, no? Anyway, it goes into the atmosphere and it's a mineral chelator. What does that mean? It means that it withdraws or takes out of people's bodies minerals. Now, why is that problematic? Because the body needs the prerequisite of minerals in order to absorb vitamins into the body. Therefore, we need to have our minerals. Now, if you look online for a multivitamin these days, even in Amazon, koshervitamins.com, wherever you look, you're going to find that it now says multivitamin and mineral. So why is it now it says mineral? Because they know that there's a mineral chelator out there, and we need to have our minerals. Now, what are some minerals? Interestingly enough, Potassium is a mineral. Therefore, there's a lot of people out there in the world around us today that have problems swelling and their body holding on to liquids. And that happens when a person does not have enough potassium, because the potassium, which is a mineral, is what balances the electrolytes in the body. In other words, it controls how much liquid is taken out in the bathroom and how much stays in the body to work with all the processing that goes on in making new cells, taking out the free radicals, and all this process that goes on while a person is sleeping at night. And by the way, that is one of the main reasons that it's very important that we get the right amount of hours sleep in the right hours, because that is when the body is programmed to do its processes to rejuvenate. So here comes what I'm trying to say. Here's another thing about potassium. There are a lot of people that besides retaining water, potassium, I found out recently in this past year that it's very necessary for a person to be regulated to go to the bathroom to remove excrement from the body, because that potassium. And here's another thing. Oh, I eat bananas. Well, guess what? One banana is about 400 milligrams. Do you know how many milligrams of potassium you need daily? You need 1,400. You know how many bananas that would be? Oy. But potassium comes in more than just bananas. Let's see what we get here. Hey, Google, what foods have potassium?
I found 17 on the website harvard.edu. Here are the first 5. Dried fruits, beans, lentils, potatoes, winter squash, and spinach, broccoli. Want me to tell you more?
Yes.
All right, here's 3 more. Beet greens, avocado, and bananas. By the way, if you want to see the whole list, you can check out the link I just sent to your phone.
Excellent. So let's go on. So potassium also regulates the system inside the body. It regulates the amount of liquid the body holds on to and what it lets go of. And here's something most people don't know. A shortage of potassium can cause heart fibrillation and issues with the beating of the heart. It also affects the electrical system in the body. So therefore, we need to be very careful. Very careful that we have the amount of potassium we need daily. Now here's another thing that's a mineral, and that is magnesium. And a magnesium deficiency can cause issues with blood pressure, God forbid, issues with heart, God forbid, and the rhythm of the heart, God forbid. Let's see what else there is. Hey, Google, what are the symptoms of a magnesium deficiency?
I found 9 on the website healthdirect.gov.au. What are the symptoms of magnesium deficiency symptoms? Here are the first 5. Loss of appetite, nausea and vomiting, fatigue and weakness, shaking, and pins and needles. Do you want to hear more?
Yes.
All right, here's 3 more. Muscle spasms, hyperexcitability, and sleepiness.
Oh, well.
By the way, if you want to see the whole list, you can check out the link I just sent to your phone.
Huh. Yeah, I think he sent it to my son's phone. But in any case, hi, Carla. Welcome to the class. please, when the class finishes and it's uploaded, check out the beginning parts of the class because we were sharing on caffeine, interestingly enough, and the health benefits. Anyway, we are now on different minerals that the body needs and the deficiencies if the body doesn't have what it needs. And the fact that there's a mineral chelator in the atmosphere called glyphosate, or Roundup Ready, which was supposed to be created for a pesticide, but it was patented as an antibiotic. Weird. Which shows that there was something fishy right from the very beginning. But in any case, it's important to know that because of this mineral chelator, which minerals are needed for the body to absorb vitamins from your food or your supplements, so you have to make sure you have what you need in minerals. And being there's a chelator in the atmosphere, more important than they make in today's world. I was saying if you go online to look for a multivitamin, you find a multivitamin and mineral. But they also make what's called a multi-mineral. And I have one right here. This has hexure of triangle K, and the company is called Now, and it's called Full Spectrum Mineral Caps. And so that is another way to get your minerals. But it's very important to not only have a multivitamin, but we need, in today's world with the chelator in the atmosphere, we need a supplement of minerals as well. And as we were sharing in the beginning of class, some of these minerals are magnesium. And if you go and see the video after, it's going to tell you what foods have magnesium in them, so you don't have to work with supplement. But if you're going to take the magnesium and supplement, take it before you go to bed at night, because magnesium works like a sleeping pill. It's excellent to get a good night's sleep. And I have some pills over here that are called calcium, magnesium, and zinc, which is excellent because zinc, everybody knows that zinc is important for the immune system, especially since all the cooties came in. But even more important is to know the other health benefits of zinc. So let's find out. Hey Google, what does zinc do for the body?
On the website harvard.edu, they say, it is a major player in the creation of DNA, growth of cells, building proteins, healing damaged tissue, and supporting a healthy immune system. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. Hey Google, the health benefits of zinc.
On the website mayoclinic.org, they say, zinc, a nutrient found throughout your body, helps your immune system and metabolism function. Zinc is also important to wound healing and your sense of taste and smell. With a varied diet, your body usually gets enough zinc. Food sources of zinc include chicken, red meat, and fortified breakfast cereals. People also ask me, is it good to take zinc every day? Want to hear the answer?
Yes. Yes. I don't know. Maybe the cold weather is making them sleepy these days.
On the website healthline.com, they say, zinc is an essential mineral that plays a key role in multiple aspects of your health. Supplementing with 15 to 30 milligrams of elemental zinc daily may improve immunity, blood sugar levels, and eye, heart, and skin health.
Well, interesting, huh? So we're going to go on. I wanted to share with everybody that there are also mega nutrients in cinnamon. And one of the things, I put that in my coffee also, but I put the cinnamon in the grinds in a drip coffee machine. But if you use instant, you can put it into the instant. And like Carla said, she found something that was decaffeinated. You can put your cinnamon in there as well. It's not very much cinnamon that's needed. It's like a little bit of a little shake on top there. And let's find out what it does. Hey Google, the health benefits of cinnamon.
On the website healthline.com, they say some research suggests that it may help support blood sugar control, protect against heart disease, and reduce inflammation. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. Hey Google, what does cinnamon do for the body?
On the website healthline.com, they say some research suggests that it may help support blood sugar control, protect against disease, and reduce inflammation. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. 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 I don't know. He's been a little weird since it got so cold outside. Hey, Google, yes. All right.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I guess we'll have to leave it there. But cinnamon is excellent. It has many health benefits. I'm not getting too much cooperation with the computer tonight for some reason, but let's go on. Now, hey Google, the dangers of MSG.
I don't understand.
Hey Google, the dangers of monosodium glutamate.
Sorry, I don't know what the effect would be.
Okay. I learned the other day that it's even worse than what we think. MSG retains water in the body, and there are various things it does to the body which are not necessarily beneficial for the body. Let me see about this guy. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, what's the matter with you? Okay. Let's go on here. So, the next thing we wanted to touch on tonight is toxins. Now, toxins, like I said, there's a mineral chelator in the atmosphere today, and so that's one type of toxin. But we have used to be that fluoride was something good for us, but I imagine what's going on is that they're putting much too much in the water systems these days, and various places. So much so that I put a water purifier on my kitchen sink and in my shower nozzle so that I don't shower with sink water. And it's highly recommended to be aware of these things. But as I teach in many of the past classes, you can detox with various things like parsley. You know, in the spice section, they have dried flakes called parsley. You can use that. You can use cilantro to make salad dressings, or you can even take fresh cilantro and clean it, with water and whatever. And then you can take a scissor and you can cut it into little shreds, fresh, into your salad. And it's very nice. And then you can cut some of it up and put it in whatever you're cooking. Right. In fact, in Puerto Rico, we have they're called pigeon peas. And in Spanish, they're gandules. And in Puerto Rico, when there's holidays and things, they make some kind of meat or chicken or whatever in the rice with the gandules, and it's called arroz con gandule. So what happens is, this past Shabbos, I turned my husband on to arroz con gandules with turkey. I put turkey in it, kosher, of course, and it came out phenomenal. And you can put it while the water's boiling with the rice and the meat together, and it makes a phenomenal taste there as well. But it's not for taste that I recommend it. It's because it is a detoxer, and we need to use it on a daily basis. So there are many different types of toxins in today's world, in the air, in the water, in the food. We have GMOs. There's so much that needs to be made aware of. Most of us work very hard and do many things, and we really don't have time to think about all that. So the best way to do it is to sit down, get yourself a notebook that's considered your menu notebook, and write in there one page what you're going to eat for the week. You're going to eat this for dinner on Monday, Tuesday, whatever. If you cook for Shabbos, you may have leftovers. Make sure you're including your salads. Make some phenomenal salad dressings so you eat up your salads. And in that notebook should be another page called grocery list, because it's, if you leave it to the memory, what did I need to buy today, then you probably are going to, God forbid, lack a little in the things you need that are nutrients. But if you're going to be running out of parsley flakes, write it on your list. If you're going to need more eggs, write it on your list. Eggs and meat have all the vitamins together. All the vitamins in one food. And eggs also have melatonin, which if you eat a boiled egg or two before you go to bed, it'll give you sleepiness. But what me and my husband do, I drink a glass of milk. No, I'm not fleshy by that time. I make sure that I can have my milk. And I eat some nuts. Now, the nuts with the highest level of melatonin, which makes sleepiness to the body, is pistachios. Now, also, the body starts producing melatonin when it gets darker in the room. So, when we're getting closer to the time that we're going to sleep, start lowering the lighting in the room, therefore causing the body to produce that melatonin, because the body will produce it naturally. All nuts have melatonin, but pistachios have the highest level. And milk is another good one, or any cheeses or yogurts. All those things have melatonin. So it's an important thing to get a good night's sleep. Now, there's something that's very, I don't know how many people know about it, and it is a natural, like antibiotic, but it does a lot more than that, and it's called quercetin. I'm going to see if this guy can pick up what I'm saying. Hey, Google, what does quercetin do for the body?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that, but I found something similar. Do you want to know what does certain food do for your body?
No. No. I'm asking, hey, Google, what does quercetin do for the body?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that, but I found something similar. Do you want to know what is a character in a setting?
No. No, no. Oi. Let's see what we do here. The health benefits of quercetin.
According to Mount Sinai, quercetin may help protect against heart disease and cancer. Quercetin can also help stabilize the cells that release histamine in the body and thereby have an anti-inflammatory and antihistamine effect.
So it works very good for an antihistamine and anti-inflammatory. It also helps the heart and to protect the body against macula. And we won't go there. There's a lot more to it. This is not telling us everything. Let me see. It also can be used for arthritis, God forbid, bladder infections or sugar problems. But there's no strong scientific evidence to support everything there. And they are using it as an anti-CODIS or COVID-19. But many people have used it and been cured from it, like ivermectin. There are various things that are out there that could be used and are very low in cost, but the pharmaceuticals are trying to stop people. Well, pharmaceutical companies do not make money on healing people. Let's see what it says here. It's a natural pigment present in fruits, vegetables, and grains. It's one of the most abundant antioxidants in the diet. Oh, antioxidants are what goes and removes free radicals. Now, free radicals is what causes aging, and high levels of vitamin C make the body produce collagen, and high levels of vitamin C also remove free radicals. And vitamin C, we're talking I take about 4,000 milligrams daily. Now, the more you can spread them out and take them in small dosages, the more benefit it has to the body. Let's see what else we've got here. Anything that is high in antioxidants is an anti-free radical. In other words, it takes the free radicals out of the body. So it says, let me see here, and helps the body combat free radical damage, which is linked to God forbid, chronic diseases. So, in addition, its antioxidant properties may help reduce inflammation, allergy symptoms, problems with blood pressures. Okay, let's see if there's anything else here. Antioxidants are compounds that can bind to neutralize free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that may cause cellular damage when their levels become too high. Damage caused by free radicals has been linked to numerous chronic, God forbid, conditions. Macula, the heart, the sugar, we're not going to go there. Quercetin, and that's quercetin, is the most abundant flavonoid in the diet. It's estimated that the average person consumes 10 to 100 milligrams of it daily through food sources. Foods that commonly contain it include onions, apples, grapes, berries, broccoli, citrus fruits, cherries, and by the way, cherries are very high in what makes you sleepy as well. Green tea, coffee, red wine, and capers all have quercetin, and it's also available as a dietary supplement in powder form or in capsules. People take this supplement for several reasons: to boost immunity, fight inflammation, combat allergies, aid in exercise performance, and maintain general health. Research has linked its antioxidant properties to various potential health benefits. Okay, here we go. An 8-week study in 50 women who had arthritis observed that the participants who took 500 milligrams of quercetin experienced significantly reduced early morning stiffness and morning pains. So it worked for them and that. Okay, that's enough of this one. Let's go on. We're 41 minutes down the road here. So let's see what else maybe we can get this thing to cooperate with the other. How does cinnamon benefit the body?
According to Healthline, cinnamon is rich in antioxidants and other beneficial compounds. Some research suggests that it may help support blood sugar control, protect against heart disease, and reduce inflammation.
Cinnamon is a spice that has prized for its medicinal properties for thousands of years. 10 evidence-based health benefits of cinnamon. Cinnamon is rich in antioxidants also and other beneficial compounds. Some research suggests that it may help support blood sugar control, protect against any heart issues, and reduce inflammation. Cinnamon is used for many generations for medicinal purposes. So, here we go. Cinnamon is a spice that is made from the inner bark of trees, scientifically known as cinnamon. Well, we don't need all the history on it now. Let's see if we have any more here. Things important to know. Okay. It's loaded with antioxidants. One study found that cinnamon supplementation could significantly increase antioxidant levels in the blood while reducing levels of markers used to measure inflammation, such as C-reactive protein. In fact, the antioxidant effects of cinnamon are so powerful that it can even be used as a natural food preservative. Interesting. And that's why you find it in a lot of cake, right? Okay. Cinnamon contains large amounts of highly potent polyphenol antioxidants. Let's see if we have any more stuff here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we basically covered it. And may be beneficial in the effects of neurodegenerative diseases. In other words, it'll help the brains. And there are some diseases that catch up with people in this world that are not taking good care of themselves on a health level. Look this up on your own, because I don't like to read out loud anything that's not positive. So let's go on to the next thing. May prevent bacterial and fungal infections. Cinnamon is an antimicrobial. That's good to know. and may inhibit the growth of bacteria like salmonella and these things. Plus, the antimicrobial effects of cinnamon may also help prevent tooth decay and reduce bad breath. Well, that helps, right? Okay. So, and may have antiviral properties. Now, this is the important part because the cooties out there is a viral issue. Some research suggests that cinnamon may help protect against certain viruses. And now we're going into winter, even more so. Put a little in your coffee grinds every morning, or your instant coffee, whatever you drink. Cinnamon extract from cassia varies and is thought to be beneficial against even the HIV-1. Wow. Other studies suggest that cinnamon could also protect against viruses including influenza and dengue and viral infections, God forbid, from mosquitoes. Okay, so I think we've got the basic gist of this report. Let's go on to the next thing. Okay. As I stated in the beginning of the class, for those who may have a little issues with the bathroom and sometimes have to take laxatives, before you consume food in the morning, if you drink coffee in the morning, eat a banana with your coffee alone with no food, and about an hour later, you'll find yourself in the bathroom with a very easy and what do they say, a smooth move? But in any case, that is the resolution to that problem. And it's a very important resolution. So, let me see if I have anything else I want to share. We're 47 minutes down the road. And choline is also a very important nutrient in the body. Let's see if we get any information from this guy on that. Hey Google, what does choline do for the body?
On the website odds.od.nih.gov, they say, what is choline and what does it do? Choline is a nutrient that is found in many foods. Your brain and nervous system need it to regulate memory, mood, muscle control, and other functions. You also need choline to form the membranes that surround your body's cells. People also ask me, what happens when you take choline? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website clevelandclinic.org, they say, choline is a vital nutrient that helps your liver and brain function correctly. A choline supplement may help reduce your risk of fatty liver disease. Choline deficiency during pregnancy can cause birth defects, so it's important for pregnant people to get enough choline.
Wow. And this is what the supplement looks like. You can buy it on supplement, and it's a very important nutrient for the body, especially for the brain. But one other thing I wanted to share real quick before I go, and that is that there is a spice that God made that helps with the memory. And as people are getting older and older and doing more and more and more and trying to manage with a lot on their plate all the time, there is a spice called sage, Sage. You can put it in your salad, you can put it in your salad dressing, you can even sprinkle it on the butter to make your eggs in the morning. You can put it into meats and you can put it into rices and everything. It doesn't really have a flavor of its own, but it does do what it's supposed to do. And it will help a person's memory, that if they're forgetting, like they're going to a room and they can't remember what they were doing, and with the craziness in the world around us right now, it's very understandable how that could be. But sage will help the memory strengthen and do a better job. So I highly recommend sage, Sage. Now there's another spice called thyme, Thyme. And thyme is also can be put in whatever, and it's good. It's an anti-mucus. Another thing that's anti-mucus that people may not be aware of is chamomile. So there are even decaf teas that have chamomile in them. I know I have one in the kitchen. So chamomile is also good to fall asleep at night. It's good for sleep, and it's good for anti-mucus. So it may be something you want to put on the agenda for something hot to drink while it's so cold outside before you sleep at night. Remember, I think it also has melatonin. I think I heard that on something. Let's see. Hey Google, does chamomile tea have melatonin?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that, but I found something related. Do you want to know, is chamomile tea like melatonin?
Okay, yes.
On the website insider.com, they say, chamomile supplements, melatonin supplements, and lavender aromatherapy can also help you fall asleep quickly, and these natural remedies are much safer and more effective than alcohol or medication.
There you go. That's my buddy. Okay, so one other thing I want to leave you with when I go, and that is, hey Google, what foods are good for the brain?
I found 5 on the website harvard.edu. Foods linked to better brain power. Green, leafy vegetables. Leafy greens such as kale, spinach, collards, and broccoli are rich in brain-healthy nutrients like vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. Fatty fish, berries, tea and coffee. And finally, walnuts.
Fatty fish, tea and coffee, and walnuts. Those are the nuts that look like a brain. And the reason why God made it like that is because it's brain power. So I hope you enjoyed the class tonight. I hope that some of the things I've shared with you will help improve the quality of life. I really didn't get to the part I wanted to get to. I have a book called Healing Autism by a doctor by the name of Carrie Rivera. And she had 2 autistic children, and she was able to heal them by what the Almighty showed her to do. And then she wrote this book. The book title is Healing the Symptoms Known as Autism. If you know people with autistic children, you may want to share with them to buy this book. I got it from Amazon, and it is a phenomenal book. The book starts out with her testimony of how and what happened that she was able to heal her children. So I highly recommend it. And maybe next week we'll get into a few minutes of sharing from this book. And there's a book called Power Up Your Brain by a Dr. Perlmutter, David Perlmutter, MD. And I want to share some things from there because he talks about the problem with free radicals and what happens when cell death takes place. And he talks about this other section, which I've been reading lately, which talks about glutathione and glutathione levels, and glutathione more than an antioxidant. And just to read you a sentence or two from this book, it says, science surrounding glutathione exploded, and we began to incorporate this powerful natural substance into a large number of protocols, from combating the common cold to treating multiple illnesses, to prevent nerve damage from macula and chemotherapy. So there's a lot of mega information in here that we will be sharing, God willing, in the future classes. And so we'll let you go. It's 55 minutes. And have a great, happy Hanukkah and a great new week. And may Almighty God be with you and help you with everything you have to do now and forever. May His help be ever increasing and never decreasing. What did Carla write here? I am having cinnamon and honey is good too. Yep, I said that in the beginning of the class. If you go back and hear the beginning, you'll see that it's there. So, all these things that Hashem is showing me to do are powerhouses of help to not only obtain, maintain, and sustain health, but to live a better quality of life. Because the healthier you are, and the stronger you are, and the less sleepy you are, unless you're going to sleep, the better off you'll be. And happy Hanukkah Sameach to you too. Life should be, as the prophet said, we've already paid double for our sins. And so we're any minute, as the Rebbe said, we're already in the beginning stages of the redemption, the Geula. And so with that, Bezrat Hashem, life should get only better and better and better. Only goodness. I walk around saying that all day. Only goodness, ever increasing and never decreasing. Our lives to be only goodness now and forever. And with that, we wish you blessings and all goodness, all happiness. And thank you for coming in. Shalom, shalom, Zai Gebench.